Now we'll move on to the contents of the cell. What all the cell contains. Okay, cell contents. Let us see. See, if this is a cell, cell need not be spherical always. It can be elongated as in case of muscle cell, or it can be rectangular as in case of plant cell. So the cell size varies. Generally we draw in a spherical or in a circular shape. Cell, except in animal cell, in plant cell, in fungal cell, first cell has one layer that is called as cell envelope, or you call cell wall. The one content of the cell is cell wall. Cell wall. And after cell wall there will be cell membrane. Cell membrane. Cell membrane. Cell membrane can also be called as plasma membrane. Cell membrane is present in all the cell. Then at the center generally, nucleus is present. Nucleus is present. And what the nucleus contains? The main content of the nucleus is chromatin network, or generally we call it as chromosomes. Chromosomes. Then the surrounding to this, what all present here? This is called as cytoplasm. Cytoplasm. Then in the cytoplasm and the nucleus content, it is called nucleoplasm, together called as protoplasm. Anyhow, the cytoplasm consists of various cell organelles. The cytoplasm consists of various cell organelles. Cell organelles. And cell organelles are generally membrane bound, except ribosome. I'll make list of the various cell organelles. Mitochondria, plastid, that is chloroplast, ER means endoplasmic reticulum, ribosomes, lysosomes. I'll make use of this space. Golgi apparatus or Golgi complex or Golgi body. Centrosome. Vacuole. And so on. These are the major. Okay. Mitochondria, plastid, endoplasmic reticulum, ribosomes, lysosomes, Golgi body, centrosome, vacuole. These are some of the important cell organelles. Most of them are with double membrane, two membrane, except lysosome. Lysosome is with single membrane. And one more structure, that is a I have written here ribosomes. These are without any membrane. They don't have any membrane. Without any membrane. Okay. Now what we'll do? In detail we'll study. In detail, not the total, some bit of each content. First I'll start with the mitochondria. I'll start with the mitochondria. Mitochondria is commonly called as powerhouse of the cell. You know that? It's called as powerhouse of the cell. Powerhouse of the cell. Okay. So the rough structure of mitochondria. This is the structure of mitochondria. It is made up of two membranes, outer membrane, inner membrane. Inner membrane folds into what you call it as cristae. This is called as cristae. And here matrix. Matrix is present. What happens in mitochondria? Why it is called as powerhouse of the cell? Because it generates power or energy. During the process of respiration, especially we call cellular respiration. Especially we call it as cellular respiration. So during cellular respiration, glucose is broken down to release energy. Since energy is released, it is powerhouse of the cell. And the release energy is stored in the form of ATP. You know that ATP is the energy currency of our cell. ATP full form is adenosine triphosphate. Then one more I'll take, lysosome. So what is the common name for lysosome? Lysosomes are commonly called as suicide bag of the cell. They are called as suicide bag. Why they are called as suicide bag? What is the meaning of suicide? Suicide means killing ourselves. And what happens? What is the function of lysosome? Lysosome contains some of the hydrolytic enzymes. Hydrolytic enzymes, and they help to digest the content. Some of the content they digest in the cell. The unwanted content or the required contents are digested by these hydrolytic enzymes, and during this process, okay, they may digest themselves along with the cell. That's why it is called as suicide bag of the cell. And very important thing we should remember in case of lysosome, lysosome is one such cell organelle. I had told you several cell organelle, mitochondria, then a lysosome, endoplasmic reticulum, Golgi complex, vacuole. All these are the cell organelle with a double membrane, whereas a lysosome is the cell organelle with a single membrane. This you have to remember. Okay. So here one thing you have to remember, they are called as suicide bag of the cell. It is with single membrane. It contains hydrolytic enzyme and that help to digest some of the unwanted thing present in the cell. Next is Golgi body. It is discovered by the scientist Golgi, so it is Golgi body. It's a main function. It helps in the packaging of the material. Packaging during transportation. Packaging. And it also helps in the formation of glycoproteins. It helps in the formation of glycoproteins and glycolipids. Glycolipids. So the two important function of Golgi body is that it helps in the packaging of the material during transportation. It helps in the formation of glycoprotein and glycolipid. That is all about Golgi body. Now we will move on to next cell organelle.